Greetings, adventurers. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, The Green Knight. This is my co-host and research assistant, Bartholomew. And tonight, we're of course looking back into r/Am I the Antagonist and passing judgment on random strangers on the internet. And then seeing if the comments agree with us. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And ring that notification bell so you know when I go live to stream video games or do my midnight walks. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can always sign up for a channel membership, which will give you early access to all my videos, not to mention members-only polls about which games I'm going to play on stream and whereabouts I might head on my midnight walks. But with all that out of the way, let's dive on into some r/Am I the Antagonist? Am I the antagonist for wanting my wife to dress nice occasionally?
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
That is, always a tricky subject to broach, because you never want to make your partner feel unattractive or anything like that. So it's very difficult to state things like that without hurting feelings. So I'm gonna say probably, but I haven't even jumped into the story yet. Sorry for formatting. I'm on my phone. Whatever. I'm on a phone too. So I, 35 male, have been married for 15 years with my wife, 35 female. Oh wow, they were youngins. We've been together since we were 16 years old. High school sweethearts. Wow, that's actually amazing. Like, most high school relationships don't last, so kudos to you for that, for making that work for so long. I couldn't make my marriage last 2 years, so good on you. She has always been a tomboy who enjoys loose, baggy clothes, prioritizing comfort over looks. Most of the time, I am perfectly okay with this, and think she looks great regardless. But every once in a while, like once a month or every other month, I'll ask if she'll dress up. Makeup, a dress, and or jewelry. To me, she's an attractive woman, and I'd like her to flaunt it once in a while.
When you go to eat, flaunt it. Step right up and strut your stuff.
The issue is, every time I ask, there is always an excuse or just a flat, no, I don't want to. It used to turn into arguments, but I've learned to just not press the topic. I mean, you kind of knew what you were signing up for, right? You've been dating since you were 16. You got married when you were 20. So, like, you were together for a while, and you've been together for 15 years. Like, you should know by now, right? She's always been very conservative with her looks, not wanting to stand out, and through discussions, we found out that it's due to her having low motivation and body insecurities. Oh, that's not good. I understand feeling insecure about your body, because I've been there. Like, there was a time that I wore exclusively loose, baggy clothing as well, because I was insecure with my body. But I've gotten to a place where I'm comfortable with myself now, and I actually like wearing more form-fitting, tapered things. You gotta find some confidence and comfort in yourself. It can be hard for people. So definitely just like shower her with compliments, like genuine compliments, and try to make her feel as beautiful as you think she is. I try to motivate her through honest compliments. There we go. And reduce workload on her. But even when I do, she's never enthusiastic about dressing up and is overly annoyed when she does. Yeah, she just doesn't like wearing that stuff. I try to buy clothes she likes and are flattering. I'll ask if she'll wear them or should I return them, but she says she likes them and finds the clothes cute, but won't willingly wear them without being asked to, and again is annoyed when she does. We've discussed this. I let her know that it's demotivating to have to beg for her to dress up every once in a while, and it makes me feel guilty when she responds so negatively every time. She understands and tries to do more, but ultimately returns back to old habits. I'm not sure, but recently I've just been feeling like an asshole for wanting this and could use some external advice. Like I said before, you kind of knew what you were getting into ahead of time. Like, you know she doesn't like dressing like that. And, like, how often do you go out to a place where she's got to wear, like, a super fancy ball gown or whatever? Like, there are more comfortable alternatives to stuff like that. I'm not a fashion guru, so I can't really speak to that too much. You want her to feel comfortable in the clothes that she's wearing. Like, if she's wearing nice clothes that are comfortable for her, then it shouldn't be on you to tell her to wear something different. Like, if you guys are going out somewhere nice and she's wearing like sweatpants and stuff, that's a little different. But if she's still dressing up nice, it's just not exactly what you would want her to wear, then you kind of gotta just bite that bullet, bro. Edit. Y'all are ruthless. I feel like complete garbage now.
Get out of here, you piece of garbage!
But I guess really hurts.
What?
I've never forced her to dress a certain way, just asked. But to be fair, I used to get pretty frustrated about it. Looks like the general consensus is that I am the antagonist. I'll discuss it tonight and stop asking. Comments say, don't try to dress her up how you think is flattering. Ask her to find something that she really likes and feels awesome in. I've always found dressing up made me feel uncomfortable, as if I was pretending to be something that I'm not. Yeah, that's part of the thing. Like, if you find something that you think is really cool and flattering, that can really help your confidence. So, yeah, get her to find something that she really likes, and maybe you'll like her in it too. My partner found this fashion designer who is doing Lord of the Rings inspired clothing. Alright.
I could do that.
They got me this tailored top that had collar bits that were inspired by the designs of the original book covers. That's cool. And that was fitted to my dimensions, and I felt amazing in it. You say she's a tomboy? Maybe what she'd really like for dress up is something suit-like. There are lots of fashion suits that look amazing on all body types. Don't make her feel like she needs to conform to traditional beauty standards. Help her find something that she feels awesome in, and then enjoy being with someone who looks awesome, because you know she'll be right. There you go. So yeah, instead of trying to like force her into a dress and makeup and all that stuff, find an outfit that she really enjoys wearing. And if she's rocking it and thinks she looks good in it, then I'm sure you will too. Yeah, she's always been a tomboy who enjoys loose baggy clothes, prioritizing comfort over looks. So you've always known this about her. Exactly. Unless she's underdressed or slovenly for events where she's supposed to be dressed up, you're sounding like an asshole. Yeah, exactly.
I warned you! I've done it again! I warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh, no, you knew it all, didn't you?
Yeah, it seems like all the comments are agreeing with me. It's like, yeah, you're kind of a dick right now. You need to help her express herself in a way that makes her comfortable, not in the way that you want, because you've always known this. So yeah, at the moment, you're the antagonist. There's no way you don't hear that. Alright, story number 2. Am I the antagonist for asking my roommate if my boyfriend can stay in my apartment when I am not home? I don't think you'd be the antagonist for asking, but if they say no, you have to respect that, because that's their space as well, and your boyfriend is essentially a stranger. My boyfriend is from out of town, but is working in my city on a project. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's not like he's a close friend who you guys hang out with all the time. He's literally a stranger to your roommate.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger!
His company pays for him to stay in a hotel while he's working on site here. And he has a place to stay for free. Okay, so let's see if OP can justify this in any way. Recently, he had to work a 24-hour shift, and when he texted the hotel asking if they had a room, they said they were booked for the night. Well, he should have planned that better. He texted me around 5 a.m. and asked if he could rest up at my place so he wouldn't have to sleep in his car. I told him yes, and texted my roommate letting her know that he'd be sleeping at our place for a bit, but that I wouldn't be home with him until we both left for work, so she wouldn't have to be in the apartment alone with him. Oh, so he's staying in the apartment alone.
Not a great plan.
We've been dating for about 7 months now, and he has put forth significant effort to build a friendship with her outside of our relationship, and we've all gone out for dinner before and have even gone on weekend trips together, so I had hoped there would be a degree of trust built between them. I would not normally ask this of her, but it was an extenuating circumstance and I didn't want him to have to sleep in his car. She said that he was not allowed to stay there if I was not there with him because he is not on the lease and she was not comfortable with it. There you go. Like, that should be the end of it.
And that's all I have to say about that.
And now you kind of have to tell your boyfriend, oh no, sorry, like, you should have asked your roommate first and then made the offer to your boyfriend. I'm frustrated because she knows him well enough at this point to know he wouldn't dream of going in her room or abusing any of the shared space, and I feel like I have a right to let him sleep in the room that I'm paying for. Our lease also states that guests are allowed to stay 2 days out of the week. Am I the antagonist for asking this of my roommate? Like I said, no, you're not the antagonist for asking, but she is within her right to say, no, I'm not comfortable with that. Especially if he's going to be in the apartment alone. Like, yes, I know you trust him, but apparently she's only met the guy a handful of times, even though he's tried to build a friendship. I think that the roommate is completely within their rights to say, no, that's kind of weird, like, for me. What do the comments have to say? There's only one hotel in the whole city. Yeah, he can always stay somewhere else. Maybe it's the specific hotel that the company pays for, but, like, I don't think it's out of his budget to afford a hotel for one night, or even a motel. And you're not the a-hole for asking, but you are the antagonist if you keep pushing it after she said she's not comfortable with it. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah, you're the antagonist. Oh boy, you called to let her know. She's not comfortable with it. End of it. Yeah, exactly. She's not comfortable, so you gotta just let it go and say, sorry man, like, you gotta find another hotel. This seems fake because if a company pays for someone to stay in a hotel, the company will usually book the room so there aren't any issues, at least in your experience.
This one was invented by a writer.
There you go. There are some companies that have the employee book and pay for the room and then submit receipts for a reimbursement. However, in that case, he should have been able to go to any other hotel. So the fact that he would have had to sleep in his car isn't really believable either way. There we go. Okay, so yeah, maybe he was just looking for an excuse to come over, or he just didn't want to pay for the hotel. I don't know if the story is fake. I don't know. It's so hard to tell with Reddit sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna say you're the antagonist for this one. Not for asking, but for, like, getting mad and frustrated and insisting that he does stay when your roommate is not comfortable with it. Alright, one more story, because those are short. Am I the antagonist for getting jealous? Wow, okay, that's not a lot of context, so I guess we'll see.
Input. More input.
I, 39 female, have been seeing a guy, 37 male, for a few weeks. He is going through a divorce. I met him after it had started. I've been incredibly understanding of everything, of all the stress he's been under, needing time to spend with his daughter, all of that. Recently, he started booking short weekends away or day trips abroad to Europe. Awesome. I wish everyone could do that. Almost all the time we are able to spend together has now been booked up with him going off traveling somewhere. Traveling that we had talked about doing together, but due to current health issues, I can't do right now. I just feel jealous and upset that he's making these plans on his own and forgetting that it was something we planned to do. But am I wrong for feeling like this? I mean, yeah, a little. Like, you can't go anyway, and he's clearly going through a very difficult time in his life. So him wanting to kind of venture out into the world and, like, see stuff and probably bring his daughter along and show her a good time, because it's obviously not going to be easy on the daughter either. Yeah, I don't think you really have the right to be jealous. How long have you been dating? Yeah, a few weeks.
Tom, I'm standing in front of the jelly school where officials claim they do have room for this little hater girl.
Like, you might not even really be a serious consideration for him yet. Like a rebound girl, and I'm sorry if that hurts. You really don't have any legs to stand on here. He's got his own life that he's living, and he's not gonna postpone his own, I guess, grieving process to wait for you to get better. Like, he's gonna go do what he wants, and if he still wants to travel with you after all that, then he will. Like, just because he's traveling around now by himself or with his daughter doesn't mean that he doesn't want to travel with you in the future. So yeah, I think you are a little bit of an antagonist for being jealous. I can understand being a little envious, being like, oh, I wish I was going. but to be like, oh, he shouldn't be doing that without me. Yeah, that's kind of an antagonist move. What do the comments say? Soft, you're the antagonist. It's been a few weeks and he's mid-divorce with a kid. That's chaos mode, not romantic Europe trips with my new person mode. Yeah, exactly. I get why you'd feel a little stung when he books over plans you talked about. That would bug me too, honestly. But this feels like a rebound situation, and you're already more invested than he is. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. If this pace makes you anxious now, it's probably not gonna get magically better. Yeah, like you're gonna have to learn to just kind of cope with the fact that he's coping with stuff himself. A few weeks and he's going through a divorce. You're just a distraction, dear. Do not get too attached here. Yeah, like maybe. I wouldn't get too invested in this just yet. Catching someone on a rebound is inherently risky, yeah. Like he could just be looking for Mrs. Right now, not Mrs. Right. You know, like just some companionship to help him get through feeling alone and isolated and stuff like that. Because going through a divorce is not easy and it hurts. You're the antagonist, yes. You've been dating for a few weeks and he's going through a divorce that includes a child. In all honesty, I'd question if you understand what this relationship will look like if you're upset about him traveling and finding himself after a divorce. For a start, his needs and his daughter's will always come first, and not through selfishness. When you have a child, looking after them and making sure you are also looked after and happy is necessary for the child. If you let the divorce crush you and break your spirit, then it's going to be harder for you to be a good parent. So I can understand him needing to like unwind and find new purpose in life. And that might not be you, honey. Sorry. Stage 5 clinger. Yeah, exactly. That's what most of the comments are saying. It's like, girl, he's fresh out of really fresh out of a divorce, so, and you've been dating for such a short period of time. It's not like he divorced 5 years ago. Like he is going through a divorce. So yeah, I wouldn't put too much stock in this. And the fact that you're getting so jealous of him traveling by himself or with his daughter, they didn't really clarify what he was doing. That's a sign of like clinginess and codependency that he's probably not looking for. So I would definitely take your foot off the gas a little bit. And if it's meant to be, it'll meant to be, but it might take a little longer than you seem to be willing to wait for. But anyway, I think that'll do it for myself and for Bartholomew tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're having fun and you want to support the channel, feel free to sign up for a channel membership. That'll get you, like I said, that'll get you access to early videos and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm currently like working on what channel memberships are going to look like because I literally just got approved for that. And yeah, anyway, I hope you all are drinking lots of water and doing lots of push-ups. And stay safe. Till next time.